Howdy, howdy. It's officially afternoon here in California. I feel so good because I slept in today. Hey, family, come on in. Thank you to all my viewers. Thank you to all my replay viewers. I want to thank you for, once again, allowing me to be myself. Your girl didn't go to bed this morning till 5, but I had a good reason. My brother, who's a pastor in Chicago, Illinois, was online this morning. On Tuesday mornings, he does Bible study online. And so right when I was getting ready to put mom to bed and go to sleep, he popped on, and there was just no way I could miss it. So if you really are interested in the Word, learning the Word and starting your day off right, tune into Pastor Bernard Sutton, and he's on Facebook. In fact, if I mess it up, go to my page, the Darissa McAllister Carnell page, and on Facebook, and you will see why I reposted it. I was sharing the broadcast, but it's DRBJ, which is Dr. Bernard Sutton. DRBJ Sutton, and there's two of them, so that's why you might want to go to my page to find him. But I'm telling you, what a word, what a word, what a word. It did my heart good. And I was so pumped I didn't want to go to bed. But there was no way I could do the 7 o'clock broadcast, so here I am. I'm waiting for Mom's chaplain to come and visit. And so I said, let me get this in now before the day escapes me. So thank you all for joining. This is still the Embrace TV Word of the Day. We still going to get it in. This is day 94. Yay, 94. Look how close to 100 we are. Can you believe it? We're already at 100 days almost. That's crazy. That's right, Mama. Mama says she can't believe it either. So this is my lovely co-host, my mother's sister, Joe McAllister. That's exactly, Mama. That's right. And so she's putting in her wisdom, her 2 cents today. So I'm so thankful that she has blessed me with her presence. I thank God for another day. I thank him for another day with our mom, and I thank him for another day with you guys, so I'm very grateful for my Facebook and Periscope family. Okay, I love you all. So thank you for taking the time to follow me if you aren't already, and also for sharing this broadcast. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the hearts, the hearts and the love. I love y'all. Okay, so we're going to get it in. So for those who have not ever sat in on the Embrace Formula Word of the Day, this is not to take the place of your devotion, and it's not to take the place of your prayer time. This is simply an exercise we use where we sharpen our perception skills, okay? And what I mean by that is life has a tendency to blindside us sometimes. When things seem to be going just so great, all of a sudden just something will happen. It's like, okay, really? It'll blindside you. And so we have to get into the habit of not panicking, not being anxious, and looking at that thing through God's eyes, realizing that all things work together for our good. He is not going to leave us or forsake us. So whatever is happening, whatever it is, even though it takes you by surprise, it does not take him by surprise. He's fully aware of every little detail of your life, okay? So that's where you have to trust him. You have to have faith in him, and you have to just say, okay, Lord, what we doing today? And just roll with it, because it's all going to work out for your good. So what we do for this exercise is I have words in this glass, and I pull a word blindly every day, and when I pull the word, I give you my thoughts on the word, okay? Sometimes the words are nice and warm and fuzzy, and sometimes they're not. And so we want to sharpen our perception skills. We want to practice seeing the good, practice seeing the positive, okay? So we can apply this to our daily life also, because we don't ever want to get into the habit of just walking around negative. You guys, as a believer, this is my new phrase that I have coined, because I think I've said it 5 or 6 days straight, so we're going to say it again today. You cannot be fearful and faithful at the same time. I think we're going to make some t-shirts, okay? You cannot do both. You can't. Oil and water don't mix. You just can't do that. Okay, so with that in mind, we are going to reach in here and I hope you can see me pretty well. This is kind of offset. I was over here on Periscope so that you guys could see Mom a little bit too, so. All right. Okay, this is a good word. Wait. The word of the day, April the 4th? Is today the 4th? I think it is. April the 4th. Our 94th day of Word of the Day. The word is wait. Okay, see Periscope? Facebook? Wait. Are you patiently waiting? Are you waiting for something? That's the first thing. Are you waiting for something? If you are waiting for something, are you waiting patiently? Are you waiting faithfully? Are you waiting on the Lord? That word first comes to me as a question form. So I asked myself too. Come on in, you guys. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for tweeting and retweeting. Are you waiting on him? And what are you doing in that? Sister Iyanla Van Zant. I always pronounce her name wrong. So forgive me if I'd messed it up. Iyanla Van Zant had a book not too long ago. That's been a while ago, called In the Meantime. So in the meantime, it's like, what are you doing in that meantime? In between what you're praying for, asking for, and when you expect God to deliver that thing, what are you doing in that meantime while you're waiting, in that waiting room, so to say? What are you doing in the meantime? And to wait on the Lord means to have, you're waiting faithfully, you're waiting anxiously. I mean, not anxiously, you're anticipating. That's a better word, not anxiously, because we are to be anxious for nothing. But you're anticipating what he's going to do in faith and in hope in him. You're not sitting around trying to solve that thing by yourself, on your own, leaning onto your own understanding. Okay? So how much of your waiting is really focused on his will? We say the Lord's Prayer, and there's a line in there that says, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. How much of your waiting is focused on allowing yourself to be positioned to receive his will, whatever that is, and not doing busy work and scurrying around to and fro, trying to make that thing fit the way you plan it to fit. While you're waiting, are you conforming your plans to his plans, to his will, not yours? Okay, so let's go to some scriptures, since that's where we're on. So let's see what we can see. I have the free phone. It's available. Let's see what we can do. Wait on the Lord and see what pops up. Okay, for this I need my other glasses. You got your cute glasses and you got your reading glasses, right? Y'all don't laugh at me. Okay, this looks interesting. Okay, I'm gonna grab the first thing that comes up. Let's see what this says and see if we agree or not. Because everything that come up on the Google, ain't always scripturally correct. But we're doing this on the fly, so we'll have a conversation and we'll decipher what's truth. But my brother said yesterday, what's true and what's truth. Okay. Wait on the Lord. The purpose of our life on earth is to develop, grow, and be strengthened through our own experiences. Okay, so far so good. How do we do this? The scriptures give us an answer in one simple phrase. We wait upon the Lord. And it quotes some scriptures. I'll give them to you. I can't type them out. So there's Psalms 37:9, Isaiah 8:17, and also Isaiah 40:31, and Psalms 123:2. Okay, so what does it mean to wait on the Lord? In the scriptures, the word wait means to anticipate. That's a good word. And to trust. To hope and trust in the Lord requires faith, patience, humility, meekness, long-suffering, keeping the commandments, and enduring to the end. I love it. So we were right there, you guys. We were right there. The name of this article, and it's a very long one, How to Wait on the Lord. So that's good. That's good word. That's good meat. So that means we're pretty much on the same path. I know for me, because I'm a very, I guess impatient would be the word that I want to use. But what I'm saying is I just, when things need to be done or there's a certain outcome that I want, I get real anxious. I just okay, let's do it, people. When people aren't moving fast enough, I can just feel my skin crawl. That's how I'm wired, and I'm not justifying it. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's how Doris is, and I'm a go to it, get it done, girl. And anybody that's moving slower than a turtle, if that's you, that's you. But please get out my way. I can't. I just can't, And I need to learn to be more patient. I really need to learn to be more patient. And in my area of asking God for certain things, and in my wait time, I have to admit there are times when I'm like, okay, especially if it's something urgent and I think it needs to be handled like right now, I have to really get into the mindset of, okay, Darissa, it's not on your time. It's on God's time. That's if he even want to do this. This might not be his plan. So, that's something that I have to work on. I have to work on my waiting room period. What just came to mind when I said waiting room is, when you're at the hospital, if you've ever been to the hospital with a loved one. I have a girlfriend now, who's a sister friend, who's at the hospital with her mom now and has been for several days. And so I know firsthand. I remember when Daddy was in the hospital, I just remember that waiting period. That waiting period can be so long, but the waiting period for the patient is a good thing because they're recuperating. They're slowly being made whole again from after, say, a surgery or something like that. They can't just have the surgery and go home. There's a period of waiting to make sure that everything's functioning good, to make sure that, that before we release you, you're okay. Everything turned out well in the surgery. But for the person in the waiting room, that could seem like eternity. So, again, the perspective. That person in the waiting room has to realize that this is beneficial for that person. Hey, good morning, good afternoon, Evidence Code and God's Plan. Thank you. Yeah, I'm a little in the afternoon today because your girl got some sleep. I'm feeling real good. Our word for the day, my sisters, is wait. So we're talking about waiting on the Lord. And how do you wait? How do you wait? Do you wait anxiously? Or do you anticipate? Do you wait in faith? Do you wait in hope? Do you wait with the attitude of, Lord, your will be done, not everything I got on my list of things to do? You know what I'm saying? This is how I want it done. This is what color it needs to be. This is, how do you wait? What does your wait game look like? Okay. And so I was just kind of expounding on, like, when we're at the hospital. I don't know if you guys know Nikki, but Nikki's been at the hospital with her mom for like almost a week now, if not over a week. And that can be a hard process, just being in that wait room, just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. But for the person that had the surgery, I just spoke you up, girl. We're talking about the wait. The wait. This is our word for the day. Wait. And we're talking about waiting room. And I just mentioned you, Nikki. Thank you, sisters, for sharing. And so I was just saying that the wait can be difficult for the person that's, say, for instance, in a waiting room. And I literally my sisters are witnesses. They on here. They know I just said your name. That is crazy. And so I said it can be difficult for the person that's waiting on the person. But for the person that's had the surgery, or for the person that has had, the procedure or whatever, the wait game is important to them because, it is the Lord. The wait game is important to them because that's a period where the doctors and the nurses can observe and make sure everything's okay. We don't want to release you. You can't just get off the operating table and just go home. We got to make sure everything's intact. We got to make sure that things are prepared for your life after the surgery or the operation, or whatever. You okay what I'm saying? That wait time is crucial because that'll tell us if you're going to have a fever, and if you have a fever, what we need to do next. Okay? So the person that's in the waiting room needs to kind of tweak their mind to get on the program or the same page with the person that's actually doing the recovery. You see what I'm saying? So your wait game is about hope. Your wait game is about, okay, Lord, your will be done. Your wait game is all about, not trying to make that thing fit A-type personalities, the way you want it to be, the color you want it to be, and the height and the top, all of that. Your wait game is all about, Lord, what is your will? And Lord, it's a strong word. It's all about, Lord, whatever you're doing and however you're doing it, prepare me to get in line with whatever your will is. Tell me what to do. Show me what to do. Help me to be patient. That's a big one for me. Help me to be patient. Help me not to be fearful while I'm waiting. Help me to realize that while I'm waiting, I'm not necessarily being denied. A delay is not, you got to let go. Exactly, Nikki. You got to let go of control. You got to do that. You got to put it in his hands. That's what the wait is for. They say, God says to a prayer, he'll say yes, and he'll say no, and he'll say, wait, not now. So your delay is not necessarily He might want to get it to you, but he got sense enough to know that you ain't ready for it. You ain't ready for it. So you can't see that weight gain, as a negative thing. You just can't. You can't do that. And so yeah, I think this is a powerful word too. I'm glad, and I'm just still I'm just still tickled at the fact that you came in like, hello, you talking about me? That's so funny. So yeah, that is our word for the day. And again, you guys, I thank you for joining. I slept in on purpose. This morning I was getting ready to go to bed. It was about, let me see, it was 5, so 3. So it was about 3 o'clock because it was 5 o'clock Chicago time. And my brother came on. He does a Tuesday morning Bible study, and he's in Chicago. And I was like, oh, okay. And so Mom and I stood up, and y'all talking about good word. If you're on my Facebook page, go, because I think I shared it 1,500 times. Diana was on there this morning. I was trying to get Jean, because I said, this is going to be good. Sisters can talk about this. But yeah, go to my page on Facebook, Darissa McAllister Carnell, and you'll see where I shared it. But he's Dr. Bernard Sutton from Acme Baptist Church in Chicago. And he's got two Facebook accounts. Ones that he don't use it. I don't think brother even understand how to get rid of it. So maybe you might want to go to my page if you want to find him. That's the best way, because otherwise you'll be all up in cyberspace somewhere. But anyway, yes, I thank you guys. I thank you. I'm so thankful for this word, because it has reminded me also that I need to work on my patience, because I know there are many things that I have. Even now, there are things that are happening in my life that I know are a direct result or a direct answer to a prayer. Good afternoon, Amanda and Robert. Hey, brother. So it's a direct response to a prayer I probably prayed, I don't know, 10 years ago or so. I know this like I know that there's a nose on my face. I know this is the Lord saying, okay, I'm about to release this to you. I'm about to give it to you. But I'm looking at the weight gain. The weight gain was real, y'all. Due to this weight, I get to see people for who you are. He'll teach you something. The waiting room ain't no joke. Our word for the day, for those who just came in, Robert, is wait. And we were talking about, we're waiting on the Lord, and let that weight gain be about his will being done, not whatever it is we done planned to go down today. You know what I'm saying? I use the analogy of the person that's had the surgery. The weight gain is good for them, not necessarily for the family. Neither is family. Hey, for real. Not the family that's in the waiting room, because they're anxious. They want this process to hurry up. Okay, can we go see them now? Can they come home now? It can be kind of traumatic for them, But the person that's waiting, it's mandatory. It's crucial that they stay so the doctors can see them and make sure everything is right, because we don't want to release you before it's time. So I liken that to our weight gain. When we are in that waiting room, it can be difficult. It can be difficult. We don't know what the doctors know. We just know we want our loved one to get up so we can go, because we're tired of being here. That weight gain can be something, you know what I'm saying? But we have to learn to be patient. I am learning that I used to be impatient all the time. Is that good or not? To be impatient, I think, I know for myself, and I think so I can see if I can find scripture for you. It's not a good thing, because why are you impatient? You're being impatient because you're trying to force something that maybe God ain't trying to do. You're trying to be in control, and you're not in control. So I can't see where impatience is a good thing. If we look in the scripture, impatience has gotten people in a whole lot of trouble. Thank you, Lord, for giving me this. Let's look at our sister, was it Sarah? I think it was Sarah and Abraham. Yeah, Sarah was up in age, and Sarah, they had been promised, a nation. How you gonna do that if you 90-something years old? Well, how old was Sarah? 93 or something like? She was up there. And I know we lived longer then, but still, y'all, that's pretty serious. I can't even see that. And so she took it upon herself. You know what I'm saying? To go ahead and force that issue. She was older than like 100 and something. I know she wasn't in her 20s or 30s. I know that. I know she was looking kind of serious with the baby bump. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, really, who does that? But she took it upon herself to force her hand and say, okay, I'm going to work this out, because Father, I don't see how you're going to do this. You taking too long. So guess what I'm going to do? I got a plan, and this is going to work. Okay, really? You can't do that. So she was impatient. She took it upon herself. Who else was impatient and didn't do right? It's a whole lot of folks that was impatient and didn't do what the Lord told them to do. And there was consequences for that. Now they came around. They came around eventually, but when you don't stick to what his will is and stick to what his plan, I'm sorry, I think I show preference to Periscope. I don't know why. And so I apologize, Facebook, just still getting used to that camera. But I think there's consequences, because to be impatient means you're not having faith in what he's doing, or what he will do. Again, you can't be fearful. And I think impatience is is maybe a close cousin to fear, because you're impatient. Because why are you impatient? You're impatient because you want to hurry up and happen, because this might happen. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to force the issue because this is how you see it. This is how you want it to be. It doesn't appear that way, going back to that perception thing. And so therefore I got to do this, and this. I'm going to do it right now because it don't look like it's happening that way. So to me, that's kind of related to the fear factor. And again, going back to, you can't be fearful and faithful. So to answer your question, sis, I'm going to say no. Being impatient is not of God. It can't be. I mean, if I'm wrong, somebody in our family, y'all correct me. But I think I'm coming to the right conclusion here. I can't see that being what do you call it? A characteristic of a believer. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I mean, I just need a little confirmation. I don't think I'm the smartest cookie in the cookie jar, but I got a little something. Thank you, Lord, for that. So yeah. Yeah, so anyway, that was good. We digressed, but that was a good one. So anyway, wait is our word, you guys. So the challenge today is to really sit down and analyze your weight gain. You checking scripture? Thank you very much. I appreciate you, Nikki. Yeah, so practice on that weight gain. Sit down and think about, okay, Lord, when I'm waiting on you, what am I doing? Am I being anxious? Am I being fearful? Am I being impatient? Am I trying to work this thing out myself? Have I involved you anywhere in the brother talked about that this morning? Involve God. So ask yourself, am I involved with him anywhere in this scenario? When I'm thinking and planning and plotting and scheming and getting it down to detail, because it's gonna happen, because I'm gonna make it happen. Okay, is he in there Romans anyway? Well, I know that one. All things work together for our good. That's right. Yes, that one is gonna be. I think I need that written on my forehead, because I love that scripture. They work together for his good. Yeah, so my thing is, so if the answer to all those questions, like no, my weight game is not on point, my waiting game is not scriptural according to what I just read in the scriptures that I did. I gave Matthew. Well, we can go to Matthew 26 when we say, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. But the other one I found. Let me see if I can go back to this. Psalms 37:9, Psalms 123:2, Isaiah 8:17, and Isaiah 40:31. Let me go right to Psalms 37. Psalms 37. Let me see, 37:9, I think I said. Yeah. And it reads, if this thing would come on, there it go. It says, for evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. This is talking about waiting. 8:17, Isaiah 8:17. Let me find the other one. Here we go. No? What I'm looking for was the one that said, hang on, bear with me, y'all, because I know what I'm looking for. Here we go. Psalms 27:14. Yeah, I like that. If it would just come up. Now, the one thing about having this phone extra and free to look up scripture is it's a good thing, but it's so slow. So I must wait. See how I did that? I'm going to wait. Come on, Lord. I'm looking at Psalms. Waiting on the Lord. It's coming up. Okay, here we go. And I don't have Verizon. There we go. It worked. Psalms 27:14, y'all, says, wait for the Lord. Be strong and let the heart take courage. Yes, wait on the Lord. I'm learning this from some amazing women I met on Scope. God teaching me to wait. Yes, sis. Y'all come on in here and be with us every morning. This is where we hang out. I'm usually at 7 o'clock in the morning. I slept late this morning, but follow me. Follow me. Because we're here to learn together and fellowship together and learn. And correction is a good thing. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But we're here to help each other. That's what this thing is all about. So yeah, that was 27 and 14, you guys, Psalms. I'm looking for, but there's one that says, wait on the Lord, you'll mount up by eagles. What is it? When you mount up, he'll mount you up like eagles. Here you go. But they who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was looking for. Daddy would say, that bad motivator right there. That's what I was looking for. Good meat. So yeah, so anyway, your waiting game got to be on point. He's going to give you instruction. And like Nikki mentioned earlier, he will give you, it's going to strengthen you. And he's going to reveal some things to you. There's a reason for the wait. There's a reason for the wait. If anybody had, my great aunt used to make these homemade rolls. When we would be on our way to Philly, we'd always go through Oklahoma and stop at Aunt Pitty's house. And it's my mama's aunt, her mama's sister. She would make them things, but you're talking about a wait. She would put all the ingredients up in the bowl, and in my childish mind, I'm thinking, I thank you, Isaiah 40 and 31. Thank you, sis. Thank you, sis. That's it. That's the last one I just read, correct? The waiting game was forever, because she would start making them rolls in the morning before the sun came up, and I promise you, we wouldn't taste one until 7, 8 o'clock at night or something like that, because you have to wait for it to rise. Okay, she would knead that thing with her hands, and I just love watching her do that. And then she would put it in the bowl, and she would cover it with a damp cloth, and then she'd put it over to the side, and you could still smell like it was I don't know if it's the yeast smell or what it was, but something about that thing in my mind, in my imagination, I could already smell the butter on them. And the whole day would pass, and you go outside, and you couldn't slam the door, and you got to be careful, because that thing is rising. And then after it would rise, she would take it out, and she would knead it some more, and then she'd turn around and put it back in the bowl. Okay, why we got to do this 2 times? I never understood that. But baby, was it worth the wait? Oh my God. That just almost, other than seeing my cousins getting on the other side of Philly, but that halfway mark of Oklahoma, baby, the trip was so worth it. Though it's a childhood memory. I can close my eyes, y'all, and I can smell them things. But it was worth the wait. Yes, honey, I knew it was gonna be good. I knew. And when Aunt Pitty would come to California, oh, that's the first thing she would do. She would make them rolls, and I mean, y'all. My heart is just happy thinking about it. God bless her. I love to read the Message Bible. It's easy for me. Yes, you read, sweetheart, the translation that speaks to you. That speaks to you. God He wants us to study His Word. Okay, so if that speaks to you easier and you can comprehend it, because you want it while you're reading and you're studying, and you're cooking a meal, it takes 3 hours, it take you 15 minutes. 15 for you, girl. I can down that in 10. Don't play. But yes, sis, you want to read the translation that speaks to you, okay, honey? And so that's fine if that's easier for you. But what I will say, and what I will suggest you do while you're reading, always stay in prayer. Yeah, the King James Version is different for some people. It is. It really, and thank God we have different versions. We have different translations that make it easier, but it's the Word. As long as you are in the Word, and you want to always stay in prayer while you're reading, because the best teacher is the Holy Spirit. So while you're reading that thing, lean not unto your own understanding. I mean, it might be easy. The words are really simple. But while you are reading that thing and you want a total understanding, ask the Lord to download into you, and He'll do it. And it's not, a big magic puff. You're not going to see this big, glitter around your head and all that. Just He'll do what He needs to do. He'll let that thing speak to your heart the way it needs to. He's going to talk to you differently than how He's going to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Because He knows how I'm wired. He knows how you're wired. So you read the version that's easier for you, but always ask Him to sit in on the Bible study with you, okay? That's what you want to do. You want to commune with Him. You know what I'm saying? Because this is His Word. So who can teach it to you best? He'll teach you that thing. Even if it's not right in that moment, you hide the Word. Says to hide the Word in your heart. Memorize those scriptures. Get that thing down in your head and in your heart. And then during your day, He's going to make some things manifest. Okay, so that things become real to you. And he's the only one that can do that. Trust me, he'll do it. You invite him. Invite him into your prayer time and into your study. Girl, he'll make that thing work. He'll make that thing work. I'm a living witness, Sue. I'm a living witness, baby. I really am. So yeah, so I come on back here. Make sure you follow me. I'm gonna go back and follow you so that way I can check on you and make sure you in the house. Okay, so I'm here Monday through Friday, Pacific time, 7 o'clock in the morning. And then Saturday and Sunday, I'm here at 9. Okay, and so he yells at you because he know his child. That's why. He know how to speak to you. That's so funny, Nikki. He says he yells at her. Well, how did he get that point across? Huh? I bet you listen too, huh? That is too cute. Let's see, I'm the brat and you the hard-headed one. Is that what it is? That's too cute. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And my mama done went to sleep. Okay. So much. She was talking at first. Yep. She added her wisdom. She added about 2 or 3 lines at the beginning. And so now she's like, okay, I'm out. Well, I appreciate y'all. I really do. I thank the Lord for the word of the day. I thank you for our fellowship. I really do. I thank you for our new sister that's in. And who's following and who's going to be checking. I said, I had stopped going to Bible study in church. I am praying for better revelation. Okay, you don't want to forsake the assembly. I mean, if not that one, you know, my brother used to always say, you'll never find a perfect church. Because when you do, it ain't perfect no more once you get there. So, with that in mind, people are going to be, what's the word, fallible? I've been there, done that, sweetheart. You got to keep your eyes on God. Man is gonna always gonna be man. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what we do. Sometimes it's difficult to overlook the things that go on in the church house. I'm a church girl. I done seen it all. I done been through 3 church splits. Girl, I can spot a split coming. I get him 2 more years. I've been there, done that. My father was murdered during a church service. Girl, I done seen it all. You cannot put your faith in man in that the establishment of religion. You can't do that. It's all about your relationship. So I'm not going to encourage you to stay away from the church. Drissa ain't gonna never do that. I'm saying you find you a body of believers and who are teaching the what's the word, unadulterated, what's the word? Y'all know I can mess up a word like Archie Bunker. I can mess it up. The uncompromising. How about that? The uncompromising word of God. Okay, this is something we'll be following you more. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Yeah, we gonna get it together. We're here to help each other. Do I have all the answers? No. No, but I can tell you what I do know. I can share with you. Nikki can share. These sisters that's on here now, we believers, you know, and we've all had experiences, and are we perfect? No. There was only one who fit that bill, but we followed him and we try to be more like him. And that's really what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? And to share and serve, you know, that's what this life is all about. If you're doing all of that, you ain't got time to be tripping off of you and your stuff. And you'll really realize just your stuff is really not all that. It's really not all that. There's nothing you can do. He loves you. You can't make a mistake so big that it overshadows what he did on the cross. You ain't that bad, boo. So I'm just saying. So, you know, we're here to encourage each other and love on each other, and I start this thing off, but my prayer is that we get in here and we just kind of, you know, mull some things around together and learn together. That's what this is all about. It's a faith walk. So you stay in your word. I encourage you to stay in your word and ask God for some revelation up there, and to speak to your heart when you're reading, and for starters, and don't forsake the assembly of Christ. Basically, what that means, that's the scripture. Basically, it means you don't stay away from the body of Christ, because that's where you get your encouragement. That's where we're supposed to encourage each other as believers. And so you can be selective in where you go, you know. But I'm just saying, but get somewhere, get somewhere, you know. Find a place to be, find a home, okay. And ask God for direction. He'll show you. He will show you. Don't be anxious about it. You might have to wait a little while before he reveals that thing to you. Okay? I love that about y'all women being supported. Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do, you know. And so yeah, that's I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're here. What's your name? Wait, give me your name again so I can call you by name. So when I look you up, I'll know it's you too after the broadcast. And so anyway, back to, y'all know how I do. Amanda, oh, duh, is right there in the handle. Do I need the other glasses? I'm just saying. Amanda, you will find out real soon that sometimes I digress and yeah. So you just have to charge it to my head, not my heart, baby. You really do. All right, y'all. On that note, I know the chaplain will be here in a minute for Mama. And so I'm going to bid y'all adieu. I love y'all. You go sometime too. Okay, I'll be checking you out. I'll find you. I will find you. I will find you. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Last opportunity to swipe and share, to follow if you're not following. Thank you for the beautiful hearts. I love them. Thank you so much, darling. So yeah, this is okay. Yeah, I'm gonna call you as soon as I hang up. Not hang up when you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I'm gonna stop explaining myself to y'all because I know y'all know. And so I encourage you to embrace your life and embrace your purpose, to cherish your time, to love one another, and just and analyze your weight gain. Make sure your weight game is on point. What you're doing in the meantime, and you're waiting on it. Yeah. What you're doing in the meantime. Okay? Is it all about him or about what you're trying to conjure up? Yes. Okay, darlings. Open shameless auntie plug. Rebel come on tonight. Y'all don't miss my niece. She'll be on 10 o'clock Pacific time. Check your BET schedule. Yes, baby. I had to put that shameless plug in there while I had your ear. So y'all take care of each other. Love one another. Show somebody some love. Encourage somebody. Yeah, that's what you do. That's what makes life just grand. It really does. When you get up out yourself, and do something for somebody else. It's a beautiful feeling. It's a beautiful feeling. I love y'all. Y'all be blessed. God woke you up this morning, giving you another chance to get it right. Don't blow it. Don't blow it. It's summertime. Can y'all tell? I feel good. No rain. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah, I'm about to do me. Yes, because that's the only one I know how to do. All right, I love y'all. Be blessed before I start talking crazy, because you know that's what I will do.